Am I right? Hello students, good morning. Okay, so today let us begin with the sorting materials into group lesson. So that we were studying in previous session. So in previous class we were discussing about properties of material. Okay, so which properties we studied in previous session? Can anyone just revise it? One property we have studied. Which property we studied? Appearance, right? Can you remember appearance? Okay. So today's class, let us go for next property of material, that is hardness. So what you see on your screen now? Okay. See here. Here you can see some substances can be compressed. Compress means, compressing means what? When you take balloon, you just put pressure on it. That means you are compressing, right? But some substances we cannot compress like a balloon. For example, here I'll take two examples. One is balloon and one more wooden. Okay, when you take balloon, you can easily compress them. When you put pressure on it, it will change its shape. Whereas when you compress wood, it cannot compress because it is a hard substance. Whereas balloon is a soft substance, right? So how you can tell that either balloon is a hard substance or soft substance, right? So that hardness property we are going to study in today's lesson. So hardness is the next property of material. First property that was appearance. So second property is hardness. So, on the basis of hardness, materials are classified into hard and soft. Depending on the hardness of material, they are classified into softer materials and harder materials. Here I have told two examples like balloon and wood, right? So, we are classifying, we are sorting materials again into hard materials and soft materials. Here you can see which are the hard materials. So what is this? Stone, right? So stone is a hard material or a soft material? It is obviously hard material. And one more example is machine. And this machine is made up of what? Which material? Metal. Iron metal. Okay. So this is made up of iron metal. Iron metal is also a hard metal. And one more example is diamond, right? So diamond is also very hardest material. Yes? Are you understanding what I'm saying? So here I have shown some examples of hard material. Stone, machine that is made up of iron metal and diamond. These are some examples of hard materials. Now let us see the soft materials. Yes. Can you see the soft material? Sponge. Sponge is a soft material. We can compress it. Next, wool. This wool we have studied in previous lesson, right? So this is also soft, or we can say the fabric. Wool fabric. Next one is doll. So doll is made up of woolen, and woolen is a soft material, right? So these are what materials, they are classified on the basis of hardness. Some of hard materials like stone, metal and this diamond, and some of the soft materials like wool or the sponge, this fabric and the doll which is made by cushion, right? So are you understanding about hardness, hard material and soft material? Okay. So here you can see teddy bear. This teddy bear is made, or you can say this is example of doll, whichever doll you can take. This is elephant, right? So this elephant is made up of cotton and sponge. You can easily compress it, right? So the materials which can be compressed, the materials which can be easily compressed, that materials are called soft materials. Whereas the materials which cannot be compressed, that materials are called hard materials. Understood what I am telling? Okay. So, uh, one more example, crayon. Crayon, when you scratch it, it will be easily scratched, right? The powder you will get when you scratch the crayons. So, crayon is also called a soft material. But when you take metal and try to scratch it, will you get any powder? No. So, that is why metal is called a hard material. So one more definition for harder and softer material is the materials which can be scratched easily, like crayon. Such kind of materials can also be taken under soft material. And the harder material like metal, here you can take the metal, this metal or the rock. When you scratch by your hand, it will not give you any powder, right? So such kind of example will be also taken under hard material. Understood? Very good. Here, open your page number 55. Students, open your page number 55. Okay, there it is being given activity 5. Can you see that? Okay, here they have given or they have mentioned some of examples. Softer and harder materials. You have to just classify which are the softer materials and harder materials. Okay, very good. Complete the activity 5. Next one, we will go for next property of material called solubility. So what is the next property of material? Solubility. Very good. So what is this solubility? Did you hear this word previously? Okay. So first we will see what is that solubility. On the basis of solubility, materials are grouped into soluble and insoluble substances. Okay. So again here under solubility we have two types, soluble and insoluble. What is mean by that soluble and insoluble? We will see that. First one, with an example, I'll explain you what is mean by soluble. Okay. So here I'll take one glass of water. Can you see that glass of water on your mobile screen? Very good. So here I have taken one glass of water and in that I am going to add a 1 teaspoon of sugar, or you can take salt instead of sugar also. Okay. So in that glass I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. You just go on mixing it, stir it well. Okay. So what you observe now, you will see that sugar will completely mix with the water. Sometimes you might be drinking that sharbat, right? So in sharbat, what your mom has added? Water, lemon juice and salt and sugar. So it will be giving you nice tasty. Am I right? Why it will give nice taste? Because in that sugar and salt has been added so that the sugar will be completely mixed with the water. So, the substances like sugar and salt, which will completely mixed with the water, such kind of materials we call it as a soluble substances. So, what is mean by soluble substance? The substance such as a salt and sugar completely dissolve or mix in a water. Such substances are called as soluble substances. Understood? So can you repeat that? What is meant by soluble substances? Very good. Yes. So soluble substances are those the substance which will completely dissolve or mix in the water. Next one we will see some more examples of soluble substances. First one we have discussed based on the sugar. One more is table salt. Table salt is the salt which you are using in your regular life. Okay, and baking soda. Here you can see baking soda. So these are some example of soluble substances. So soluble substances are those which will completely dissolve in water. Some of examples are like sugar, table salt and baking soda. Am I clear? Next one, we will go for insoluble substances. So what is this insoluble substance? Exactly opposite to soluble substances. So insoluble, here we will see some examples. Then only you'll understand what is meant by this insoluble substance. So we will take chalk powder. So when you take chalk powder and mix it with the water, what you observe that chalk powder will settle down in the water. It will not mix. It will not completely mixed or it will not dissolve in a water. Instead, the chalk powder will settle at the bottom of water. It will not mix. So that is why this chalk powder is called as a insoluble substance. Okay, one more example, starch. Okay, so starch will also not mix or dissolve with in a water. When you take this starch or chalk powder or one more thing is sand, these when you mix, try to mix with the water, it will not mix. Instead, it will settle down in the water glass. So these are called what? Insoluble substance. So substances which will not dissolve, which will not mix with the water, such a substances are called insoluble substance. One more example is clay. I hope everyone has played with the clay, right? So this is, yes, this clay will also not mix with the water. So this is everything about what? Solubility. So solubility under we have two group, soluble and insoluble, right? Understood? Anybody is having doubt? No? Okay. So here again, here I'll tell you something about two important words, that is solvent and solute. Okay, here sugar is called a solute. So what is sugar called? Solute. Solute means those substance which will be mixing with the water. Okay, solute is a substance which will be added in a water. Next, what is mean by solvent? Here, solvent is nothing but water. Water is called which substance? Solvent. Okay. Can you remember the two words? Solute and solvent. Okay. So, the materials or the substance like sugar, table salt, baking soda, then chalk powder, starch, and clay. These whatever the things we add in a water, that is called solute, and water is called as a solvent. Can you remember these two things, students? Yes, very good. Anybody is having doubt in this soluble and insoluble? Right. So here we have seen soluble and insoluble substances. Now here two more liquids we have. Okay. So you will see that some liquids such as honey, milk and vinegar, they will also mix with the water, right? Sometimes you might have tried with the mixing of milk and water. So that both will also mix. And even when we talk about oil, when we take oil, cooking oil, any oil, mustard oil or coconut oil, and when you try to mix it with the water, it will not mix, right? So in previous slide, what we have seen, these are called what? Solids or the powders. It will mix. But when we talk about liquids, liquid mix with the